Good evening, good day. I was walking around killing time while something's loading up. Eating Paw Paws. I love them. Delicious. A few Paw Paw trees right here. Gotta get them for the possums, too. Rest of it must be off in there. I'll get back to you. Yep, good evening. I'm back. I'm coming up through here, and this place is kind of a mystery. Always been a mystery to me because the place always has water in it. And you see water right there, but I mean, even in the deepest of droughts, last year in the middle of the biggest drought coming up here, and there's spring water always running under the gravel, and there's spots where it comes up. Always. And yet I have never, in more than a mile of a stretch of here, been able to find a camp. And it has been such a mystery that there's camps around in this area in places where there's only water half the time. But here where there's water all the time, I never can find a camp. I've always wondered, is this a sacred hollow or something? And I have found points in the creek, but usually they seem like they've washed a long ways. And we have an old wagon road here going across, and just kind of looking, I've got a point here, but it looks like it's also been water worn to pieces too. Right here, it's black plant, so I know it's not natural. What the heck? It's saying it's Adena. It's almost a perfect triangle, I'd say. It's an Adena. Which end's the tail and which end's the point? It is water worn. It's probably not washed up. It's probably just been exposed here for a long time. And then every time it comes a little bit of a flood. But still, I don't ever find any I find points very rarely walking up through here. I hear an animal right there. Pigs. I may be in trouble. That's a big old pig. That's 70-pounder right there. Them things, when they are freaking eating, they just don't pay attention. I'm sitting here talking, and I'm 40 foot from this pig, and he's sitting here. He's like, what is that over there? There it goes. He by himself? It must be a boar if he's by himself. Well, if I had my old 410, I could have just, boom, taken him out. I don't hear no more pigs, and he didn't snort to alert anybody. He must be by himself. Anywho, let me get a better focus on this. Alright, here's that point closer up. Which end's the tail, which end's the point? I think this is the tail. And here I never find any manufactured flakes at all in the creek bed, at all. Now, on further up, there's occupation places, and there's not even as much good water there as there is here. It's just so strange, this area right there. It just baffles me. See this whole wagon road here. Comes up through here. And I found pieces of wagon wheels, old wagon wheels and stuff in this creek bed. You can see there's no manufactured flakes up here. Where are they camping up here? A really big old knob somewhere that's just hidden? Well, they all would have had to camp there. All eras, age group is going back to paleo to hide it. No, I mean there's no flakage anywhere up here. Very confusing. Very confusing, and there aren't any rock outcrops big enough to get under around through here anywhere. Anyway, so got another pawpaw tree. Give it a light shake. You want to give them a light shake. You don't want anything falling out that ain't right. Typically, it's not ripe unless it falls out. If you give it just a tiny, teeny, weeny shake, then another one right beside it here. It's something that's ripe. I mean, just getting ripe. Will come out. Now, I've tried to take green pawpaws and let them set and ripen. You know, shake them off the tree, then take them home. And that don't work. They rot. They don't turn ripe, they just rot. They get ripen on the tree and fall off. Typically they're best when they've been sitting on the ground a day or two. It's just the way they are, and I don't understand why. But I'll come back in a couple days to search again, but I saw a seed on the ground, but I didn't see a pawpaw. I'd say these are getting patrolled by the animals pretty good. There's some more pawpaw trees down here. I'll get back to you. Well, this is the final shot for today. I wanted to film something. We had a super flood here a few years ago, and before that, this was buried. And after that, it started slowly being covered. I should have got pictures of this last time I was here, because now this last flood has washed this away. We have some sort of concrete structure in the ground here. And it's old. Now the old wagon road is on this side, and this creek has been coming through here long enough that there wouldn't have been a house here. And if there had been a house here, you would see old tractor battery pieces or old pieces of pottery, you know, like house pottery and stuff like that. There ain't nothing like that here. What it is, these are flat rocks stacked here. And you had like a trough going up through here. I had no idea what the purpose of this was. Here. Old. It's early 1900s at least. Really old. And it goes off through there, and I think it's still buried up to that rock over there, I think. Now, the wagon road's over there. What's this for? There's no water right here. The water starts up there. There's no house place up there, but I mean, what's this for? There's no way to funnel water into here. There's no water coming off these little bluffs here. They're dry. What's this for? What the heck is this? I mean, it's a lot of effort, guys, for a bunch of poor hillbillies to be building something like this here. This isn't a house foundation. You can see it's rough on this side, but it's nice and smooth in here. They went through great effort to make this and make it smooth here. It's pretty deep. And it was pretty much buried until that super flood. I mean, I'd walked up through here once checking these bluffs, and I didn't see it. I mean, it was covered until that super flood we had a few years ago. I just don't understand what it's for. I've seen pieces of wells, you know, like water wells and stuff wash out of banks, but what the heck is that? It's